Right, I'm delighted to be joined by Minnesota Vikings legend Robert Griffith. You're such a big player in your own country, but to come here, to be welcomed into the family, it must be incredible.
Incredible. Like, to see all these fans here, it's been amazing. They're doing the skull chant, just understanding that, you know, who the players are and how they're making it happen is just absolutely incredible. To see that on this side of the pond, you know, it's just...
Absolutely. I mean, the Vikings are getting bigger and bigger and bigger over here. You had such an iconic career. I want to go on memory road with you. Let's start off making the Pro Bowl. You had obviously a fantastic 2000 season. You made the Pro Bowl. I think that game was in Hawaii, if I remember rightly. So tell me a little bit about that experience.
It was great. It was a culmination of like just getting rewarded for all the hard work. You know, I was All-Pro in 98, 99, but I wasn't popular enough, I guess, for lack of better words, to make the Pro Bowl. So for the fans to finally recognize me really said a lot to me. Meant a lot. I brought my family over, and we all got a chance to enjoy Hawaii. It was a really good time.
What did you get up to in Hawaii? I've got to ask what it was like for you.
You know, just seeing my family in the sun and playing with all the best players in the world. We had, I think, 10 players that went to the Pro Bowl that year, so I was playing with a lot of my teammates, Johnny Randall, Chris Carter, you know, Warren Moon, guys like that. It felt good, you know, it felt like I had arrived finally.
Absolutely. You mentioned there you're an All-Pro, not just once, but twice, all under Denny Green. What was it like to work with him?
You know, Denny was one of my good friends before he passed away. Always respected him, and I respected the fact that he saw my heart and he gave me a shot to make the team and to live out a dream. And so I've always been indebted to the Green family for that. And Denny, playing for him was like getting shot out of a cannon, man. You know, I think, you know, the teams that we had all played hard for him, and it was because we actually felt him and what he was really trying to get across as a coach. And so that's why we had good teams, I believe.
You did. I mean, you were in a great team. What is your craziest story of playing for the Vikings? Not necessarily something that happened on the field, but the craziest memory that springs to mind.
You know, just the invincibility that I felt like we had. You know, we knew that we always were going to have a chance to win a game, and so, especially in 1998, we went into every game knowing that we had the fuel to win, and we just kind of took it upon ourselves to do it, man. It was the chemistry and the camaraderie of that team was unmatched, and I think that's probably the biggest memory that I remember from being on the Vikings.
Absolutely. I mean, you were playing in such an exceptional team.
Yes.
Chris Carter, Randy Moss, Jake Reed, 3D, all these legends that you had. What was it like to play with them? And was there any particular player that you saw that stood out and you were like, he is just amazing?
Well, I saw Chris Carter for a number of years, just, you know, before Randy got there. But once Randy got there and seeing what he could do, I knew that we had a special guy that was unlike anybody I'd ever seen. And so when he was scoring in that year and when he was on the field, it just felt like we had a secret weapon. And he was. You know, for him to do what he did that year, 17 touchdowns his rookie year, really showed what, you know, a Hall of Fame guy really looks like from the onset.
And going further back than that, playing your college football in San Diego, what was that like?
You know, I had a chance to play at home. You know, it was great to be able to have my family there, you know, all my high school friends. And then playing in San Diego was really attractive place. I got a chance to host Marshall Faulk on his visit. I played with him. And Patrick Rowe, Darnay Scott, Oz Hakeem, Leroy Glover, Kyle Turley. You know, we probably put out 40, 50 guys in in the 4 or 5 years I was there. And so having that kind of firepower to play with, you know, and having those guys around really helped me in my development as an NFL player. Just in the offseason, practicing, you know, having that same camaraderie from school really just spoke volumes to who I was as a player, but more importantly, that era of how we played and who we were. The 7-on-7 part of it, being able to cover guys one-on-one, and understanding where the real skills were for the guys that played well in that time.
Robert, thank you so much for talking to me. I really appreciate it. But
no, thank you.
Absolutely. Yeah. But before I let you go, is there anything else that you would like to add, any closing messages?
You know, one of the things that I'm surprised is that if you pan around, you know, I know you guys will, just the the sight of the Vikings being able to have this kind of flag tent pole here lets me know that, one, they should play a game here every year in the UK. I don't know if at Wembley or wherever they're going to play it, but the Vikings have real fans here in the UK, and it's good to know that.